Yo, let's go. What is poppin', baby? All right, let's get this going. We're gonna get this set up over here. Let's go. What is good, squad? Let's go. We're back. We are back. We're gonna let some people join, and then we're gonna get this fucking on. What's up, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? You know the fucking vibes. Let's get it. Happy Tuesday. As you guys are pulling up, let me know what's good. Matty Boy, what's going on? Alexandra, appreciate you guys tuning in. So quick update. If you guys haven't seen, I am running a huge 4th of July giveaway. So if you haven't seen that, head on over to my Facebook or my Instagram. All the details are there. I'm picking one lucky person to go through an 8-week training program with me, my company, and my team. And so it's an 8-week training program designed to help you strategically lose 10, 15 pounds. It really doesn't matter what your goal is. Whatever your goal is, I know for a fact that we can help you do that because we change lives here at my company. It's what we do. We create physical and mental impact, and we're able to work with our clients on a deep level to get them results that they want. Sometimes I stutter because I do a lot of caffeine, but it is what it is. I'm super excited, ready to deliver some more value. So let's fucking get it. I just wanted to give you guys an update on that for the giveaway. So the details are on my Facebook and Instagram. Everything that you need to do is over there. All you got to do is head over to the post, comment 4th of July, message me why I should pick you, tag your friends, share it to your story. Pretty simple, really easy opportunity for you to win in a giveaway. A program worth $1,500. It's a real fucking thing. I'm picking someone. I am picking someone. It's a real thing. So head on over to my Instagram, check out the details. But I don't want to waste anyone's time, so I'm going to get into today's podcast episode in 3, 2, 1. Boom. What is going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. It's your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about you get what you give. Energy is everything. And this is something that I've seen make a huge difference in my life with my clients as well. So let me know if you resonate with this. Do you feel like a victim to your circumstances? What do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. You get what you give. This is the concept that I wanted to get across today. You get what you give. Energy is contagious. And if you're someone who is always spewing negative energy, if you're someone who is always blaming the circumstances as to why you're not where you want to be, then it's going to be difficult for you to actually move the needle in the right direction. Let me know if you resonate with that. If you do, just drop some comments below, drop some emojis, and let me know. Because here's the thing. If you want real change, whatever it is that you're trying to make a difference in your life, right? We can make the argument for fitness. I always use the fitness as a hypothetical example. Why? Because I'm a fitness coach, right? But at the same time, it's not the be all end all. What do I mean by that? Here's the thing. Like a couple of years ago, I would always blame and bitch and moan as to why I didn't have the things that I didn't want. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I was always bitching and complaining. I didn't have the things that I want. Instead of actually doing the work, getting uncomfortable, and doing the things that I actually needed to do. And that's something that my dad always talked about too. He's like, you're not a victim. Stop playing the victim mentality. And that's really the purpose of today's live stream, today's episode, is that you're not a victim to your circumstances so long as that you don't believe that. So that's the thing, is that if you're trying to create change in whatever it is, whether it's boxing, football, just a career, relationships, whatever the case may be, then you have to stop letting life push you around. Why am I saying that with conviction? Because I used to do that exact thing. I was always whining and bitching and moaning and complaining like, well, why does this person have that? Why can't I do that? Why are they getting the awards? And you guys have heard me talk about that previously too. You know, I played high school football and baseball, and I never really got many awards when I was younger because I wasn't really doing the work. Whereas now I've gotten a lot of awards and recognition within the last 2 years. And I have a bunch that are sitting on my desk that I could show you guys. And the reason I've been able to make that shift in my life is simply my mentality on that. I've shifted my perspective into believing that there are no shortcuts. There is no secret to success or changing your mind, body, lifestyle, whatever it is. It's simply making the fucking decision to stop letting life push you around, to stop letting the circumstances dictate how you operate. Does that make sense? Let me fucking know. Because it's as simple as making the decision to just go after the things, making the choice to no longer accept your bullshit. I think for me personally, that was one of the biggest things. And I'll open up and be transparent. I wasn't planning on saying this, but after getting out of my last relationship, I was like, yo, I just don't like the person that I am. I don't like what I'm seeing in my mirror. And I think once you get to that point where you just don't enjoy the person that you see, that's when you'll change. And that's what I was reading today in Ed Mylett's book, his new book that just came out, The Power of One More. And this is something that I've been reading recently. I don't know if you can see that, but something that I read this morning, he was like, you will get what you tolerate. So if you're willing to allow certain things to continuously go on, and that's exactly what you will get, right? So until you actually let go of that and decide, I no longer want that in my life, then that's where it's going to change. That's where it's going to flip. And it's simply a mentality, a perspective right here on making the fucking decision that you're no longer going to tolerate that version of yourself. You get what you give. Energy is contagious. The same way that you feel my energy right now as I just raised my voice on this live streaming podcast. Energy is contagious. You get what you give. And if you're always spewing negative energy and bitching and complaining and having the victim mentality, then you're always going to get that same result. And until you realize that and recognize that and make that shift, and you're no longer willing to tolerate the bullshit that you are continuously feeling, that is where it changes. And that was one of the biggest realizations that I had within the last couple of years. I just got sick of my own shit. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And after my last breakup, I decided to make the decision that I was no longer going to be that person. And I could give you guys a ton of examples. I was actually just having a conversation with a friend of mine who came down to visit me last weekend. And he was like, man, like, I don't really recognize you. Like, you changed a lot. Like, I don't really understand this, right? You guys getting value so far? Let me know. Let me know if you're here with me. Drop some fire emojis if this makes sense. And my friend was talking to me, and he was saying, Sal, I don't get it. Like, why don't you like to go out? Why don't you like to party anymore? What happened to the old version of you? And I said, that guy doesn't fucking exist anymore. He doesn't exist. Why? Because I fucking hated that version of myself. I was tired of feeling that way. I was tired of not enjoying my life. I was not proud of the person that I was. Whereas today, I am extremely confident in who I am as a human being. Why? Because I be continuously keeping the promises that I make to myself, which allows me to create the conviction and the energy to operate on this frequency by simply making the choice, by simply making the decision to say, you get what you give. If you're continuously giving out good energy, good vibes, and you're not willing to tolerate bullshit, then that's what you're going to get in return. I believe that. So if you're struggling in any way, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever the case may be, you're stuck in a relationship, you don't like the job you work at, it's simply making the choice to say, I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. I am not willing to continue living this way. And when you make that choice and you make that decision and you put your foot down and you continuously operate from that mindset, that is where things happen. I've seen that for myself unfold in front of my eyes, and I've been able to manifest a lot of things, like here in this room. I live in the dream state that I grew up wanting and wishing. I always wanted to live in Florida, and here I am. I always wanted to start my own business and be a trainer, and here I am. I thought about competing and doing a bodybuilding show for years, and I just did it and placed top 5 naturally at a huge show down in Texas. I didn't think I was capable of creating a clientele of 40 clients who are killing it, who are leveling up every single day, who are making all kinds of drastic changes, who send me long emotional messages every day on how thankful they are that I have them in my life. I should say that they have me in their life, right? I think that makes sense. Yes. But that's the thing. It took me getting to that point and saying, I am no longer willing to be that version of myself. I got sick of what I saw in the mirror. And from that point, I put my foot down. I said, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to get what I want because I'm sick of feeling that way. And until you understand that you get what you tolerate, and if you're willing to make that commitment and not let things get in your way, then that's where you will level up. But I think there's so many people that are so fixated on blaming the circumstances, on pointing the finger, on playing the victim card. But that's the thing. It doesn't serve you. It's wasted effort. Because where does that get you? And when we think about that logically, and we zoom out and say, hey, everything's my fault. This is my life. This is my responsibility. And you continuously operate with that perspective, it has changed everything for me. It has allowed me to step into this higher version of myself that I didn't think was possible. I didn't think this was possible. I always say this, public speaking was my biggest fear. I'm live on 5 platforms recording this podcast. I'm living in my dream state of Florida. I started my own company. I've grown my clientele to 40 clients. I did the fitness competition. I hired the business mentor. I did all of this shit. And I'm still a young guy. I just turned 25. And I had a conversation with a couple people yesterday, like, wow, what the fuck? I thought you were like 35. Like, how are you thinking like this? Because I got fucking sick of the person that I was. I didn't want to do that anymore. So here is your homework. If you are struggling in any capacity, in any way, shape, or form, I challenge you to look internally and say, hey, everything is my fault. It's not the weather. It's not the government. It's not where you live. All right. It's simply making the choice and the decision to put your foot down and say, I'm no longer willing to tolerate the BS, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And the more that you do that, that is where it fucking changes. And you follow that relentlessly over time. And you say, no matter what happens, I'm going to continue to push forward. I'm going to continue to fight back, because there's always going to be roadblocks. There's always going to be curveballs and circumstances that, unfortunately, life is going to keep throwing at you. So that's your responsibility to continue showing up, keep your chin up, keep your chest high, and move forward. So that's it. That is all going in, man. I appreciate you guys. Peace, love, and protein. I'll see you in the next one. That's it. That's what we got. Let's fucking go. Baby Scorpio, I love giving out positive energy. Makes me feel great. Amen. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Let's go. I thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. I appreciate you. That's it. That is all. I have to hop on a meeting, but I just wanted to come on here, give some energy back to the community. Hope you guys got some value. As always, let me know. Drop a comment and post your biggest takeaway. Have the best day of your life, and I'll see you guys in the next one.